In the Zohar, Moshe was the best shepherd that the Jewish people ever had. So this is something that not just we're saying this, not just the Torah is telling us, but the Zohar also agrees. And therefore he has this great name called the Raya Mehemna, which I think you might have heard. Was kind of popular name out there, and it means faithful shepherd. Something that makes very much sense when it comes to Moshe, because he's very, very faithful to the Jewish people. So the idea is that the Alter was saying that Moshe draws down this beautiful level of knowledge to every single person. And Moshe himself is within every single person, his part of his soul. So each of us has that. Each of us is able to do something with that. We have this leadership ability. Even if we think, I'm just a nobody, I'm just a nothing. Maybe we're going through those days and it becomes this concept that really feeds with women, unfortunately. Because if a woman wouldn't be putting herself down, and it's natural sometimes, and she would just be realizing not only are you, have also the soul of Eve within every one of us, we have this godliness and so much potential and 6 powers of speech of the world, but now we also have a little bit of Moses within us. We're doing pretty well. So this is something I feel that is really important to realize, because the more, especially when it comes to a woman and she's a natural belief in God, much more stronger than a man, and she has this natural want to get things done. It's much different than a man. Sometimes they need lots of convincing. That's why they need the whole minyan, and they're all watching each other, and they all have to pray with each other, and it's a whole big deal. Woman, you just, wherever you are, you sit and pray. You don't need to have, the right time, the right place, because wherever she is, wherever there is a woman, she's able to naturally bring out these feelings of love and fear. So again, we're going to get to what does this really mean? There's this contradiction between, you have on one hand, Moses is like, yeah, it's just super easy. On the other hand, the Talmud is saying, what are you talking about? This is like so hard. So which one is it? And every single person is able to have it. So again, which one is it? So going back to Moshe Rabbeinu, just for us to realize what greatness that we are privileged to have, is that Moshe's soul is rooted in Hashem's supernal knowledge, in God's knowledge, and in the highest realm. So now we get to this idea of this bonfire, and I want to talk about it for a second. The person is looking at a bonfire. It looks gorgeous from a distance, but then when you're going a little closer, you're going to see these little sparks flying out. You go, oh, don't bump into it. Be really careful. Why? Because sparks and flames, they're flying. They're like little flames. They're just flying out. And the flames is a qualitative difference from from just seeing the light of the fire. So when I think about the Jewish woman, I think about how can she be compared to a bonfire? And how does this impact the family? Again, this is something I was thinking about, because I realize whatever a woman is touching within her life, whether it's her work, whether it's her and her husband, or her children, or her students, or whoever she's bumping into, there's always these sparks, there's always these flames that are going out, and it's feeding onto itself until finally you have, wherever you are, miles and miles of beautiful flames of where you touch, where you are.